Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of That's All Funny, episode 464. um, I was looking in the news, like what I would talk about. There's really nothing interesting, There's a few things like people are upset about those Grand Theft Auto leaks because they are insinuating that like some of the data that was leaked uh were possibilities of Rockstar releasing a DLC for Grand Theft Auto 5, but instead they just concentrated on the Grand Theft Auto Online aspect, so they were making way much more money on there than probably releasing DLC. But that's just speculation. Could be that they released them under different names or whatever. I never really played GT Online. I'm not really into Grand Theft Auto games. I've tried to play them, and I just don't like how it's not about like killing people. I don't really, it's that's irrelevant to me. Kill people in all games, right? But I just don't like the way that the third person aiming is. It seems weird to me. I'm much more used to like Gears of War, Mass Effect, or even Resident Evil 5. Like I prefer that aiming system over uh that one. I just never liked the aiming system, so I just never got into it. That's yeah. Also, it's just a big game, But whatever. But there's that going on, and then what else? Like Mickey Mouse is kind of going in the public domain, like his Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse, and I'm like, man, I kind of want to like make a bunch of Mickey Mouse shirts and sell them and shit, or or just like watch it on stream or something. Steamboat Willie, where he's just like riding on the boat and whistling, I think, or something. I don't know. Mickey Mouse used to look cool. Now he looks kind of weird, like. And then Donald Duck's kind of trippy too. How he like wears no pants. Like I was thinking of like a strip club where they have girls like Donald Duck, where they just wear the top and no bottom. That'd be kind of cool. It would be interesting. I don't know if it'd be cool. It's kind of an odd preference. I feel like you want to see one more than the other, and then we just feel safer. I don't know, but um, I don't know. That's pretty much like all I read about the news. Besides all the other bullshit like oh the world's gonna end and then Christ is risen, blah blah blah. I don't know, whatever. I'm really not into all that hubbub, if you will. I've been eating we have leftovers and they've been alright. It's like leftover tamales. We want to eat the desserts. My father had brought a really nice sweet potato pie that apparently like in my hometown there's like this religion. I don't know if you've heard of it. I think it's called the Mennonites. I think it's the Moonanites, like from Aqua Teen. No, they're like I don't know what they are, if they're Amish or whatever. But I remember when I lived in my hometown and I worked at Taco Bell, there would be a small community of them that would come in like a certain day. I don't remember if it was on Tuesdays or on Thursdays or Fridays. Like one day out of the week, they would all come in and they would buy like food and eat there. And they looked Amish. Like they all wore the same outfit. The women really plain Easter color looking dresses. They look hand sewn. And the men wore like regular, I don't know, pants, shirt, like with almost like a yarmulke type shit on their head. I can't recall, but I guess they were called the Mennonites. But from what like my father was telling me and his wife or chick or whatever, right? Not my mom, I'll say that. That they like really blew up in the community there and they're like expanding and they own like land there in the town now and they own businesses and they own churches and they make pies and desserts. And he had brought a pecan pie the last time. And that shit was fucking good. I was like kind of scared that it was gonna taste when like someone like a crackhead sells you banana bread at the gas station, like from a church or whatever. And not that that's bad. Banana bread tastes pretty good too, right? Even if it is made by a crackhead at a church. But This pecan pie tasted fucking good, like really damn good. Like holy shit, they know how to make pastries. And he brought a sweet potato pie. I think he was even calling me and asking me, "What would you rather me bring, a pumpkin pie or a sweet potato?" I'm like, "Oh no, I'll bring sweet potato because sweet potatoes are like rowdy slept on. Like they are so good as a dessert. Uh, everyone thinks potato, and of course it's like mashed potatoes, blah blah blah. But sweet potatoes, they are fucking good. Like I would get a at a steakhouse, you order the side that's like mashed sweet potatoes with like marshmallows and cinnamon. It's all melted and shit. Tastes God, it's like a dessert. It tastes so fucking good. But he brought that sweet potato pie and put some ready whip on it. God damn, that shit was good. Like I don't know if they sacrificed their youth or whatever, put the blood of themselves inside this pie, but it tastes fucking good. Like so fucking good, right? So his chick showed me my dad's chick showed me the menu that they have. They have cheesecakes. I was like, oh shit, they make cheesecakes too. And I saw carrot cake. Holy shit, they make carrot cake too. I fucking love carrot cake. Carrot cake's so fucking good. And now I want like my dad to bring one of those Mennonite carrot cakes or uh cheesecakes. Like a cheesecake's fucking good too, but every time I eat cheesecake, it's like super heavy. Like it just stays in your stomach. It's fucking good, but it just stays in your stomach. I would always get it in town. I had a when I lived in my hometown. I had a manager named Wani that really like the cheesecake from Jack in the Box. They have like you know pre-made shit. Like it's just a little pre-slice, and it's a New York style vanilla cheesecake. I would always buy her one. That shit was fucking good. Like I would buy it for her because she was hot, you know. That shit was fucking good. So you should eat the cheesecake from Jack in the Box. That's the one thing I think from there that won't get you sick. I would always go to Jack in the Box and order egg rolls. They fucking have egg rolls there. They have everything on the menu, and like everything's just fucking deep fried. But yeah, I want to try these Mennonites cheesecakes. That sounds good. Carrot cake though is like S tier on the cake list. I fucking love carrot cake. You could have a bad carrot cake and it still tastes good. You could have a gas station carrot cake, so it still tastes good. I've talked about that before at length. But yeah, it's pretty much all what the day after Christmas was relaxing, kind of cleaning up a bit, um, chilling, eating leftovers, or eating tamales, eating sweet potato pie. There's still like some apple pie there, but I mean, I'll eat it. Worst case scenario, apple pie is kind of lame, but whatever, it's there. Or it's like a peach apple pie. I forget what kind it is, but it's all right. But pecan pie, fucking great. Sweet potato pie, fucking great. Carrot cake, fucking great. Pumpkin pie, we didn't eat that shit. It's overrated. It's not bad, but it's not all people hype it up to be. Especially like pumpkin is a squash. It's not even really a fruit. It's a fucking squash. Like just relax. Like sweet potato pie is way better. You can have it all year long rather than just waiting for a specific season for them to grow. They grow all year long, right? So you don't have to wait for that shit. Fucking Isabel. You don't need to wait all year to make your pumpkin pies. You make them out of a can. Your pumpkin cheesecake bullshit. Like you make it out of a can. Why are you pushing it during the holidays? You can make it any fucking year, any time of the year. So fucking stupid. Such it's so stupid. From a can. Pumpkin pie from a can. But I don't know. That's about it. Otherwise just chilling playing a bunch of random games too. I was playing a bunch of Wordament, like a word game on my PC. Playing Jusant, which is like a climbing game. You should check it out if you're on Xbox. And I don't know, like see about interviewing other people too. I'm gonna try to interview this guy who I played a demo of his game Pizza Kid. I also played a demo of this game called Spilled, where you're on a boat cleaning, and it was done by a girl who lives on a boat, so that's pretty cool. Try to interview her, but yeah, I mean, that was all. Today was really like not full of shit, you know. Like, I watched some like movies with my, or not movies, but like YouTube videos with my niece about people who it was called, what was the thing called? It was like a YouTube channel that says like Love Without Boundaries or something, or Life Love with Life. I don't know, but it was like two people that were very different, but they loved each other, you know, and that was like the thing. Like they had a white woman and a black guy, but the white woman was lesbian and the black guy was gay, but they loved each other because that worked, you know? Like it was the total opposite. And to me, like that was like, okay, I get it. Like you're lesbian and gay and it works, but now you're black and white too. Like that's just a little too much. You know what I mean? Like you don't need, that's a hat on a hat on a hat, you know? And then they had like a woman who was a lesbian who was with a girl who has like a disease where she can't grow the same way, so she looks really young. And the clickbaity title is like, I'm not it's not my daughter I'm marrying, it's my wife or something. And you're like, what? Like, okay. And you click it and it's just like her her friend or whatever that she met through makeup artistry, and she just happens to be little, like a little midget kid, you know. But she's an adult. She's like 20, over 20 years old, you know. I don't know. That's what I don't get about clickbaity bullshits or these thumbnails that Mr. Beast comes out with that make him look all fucking shiny and greasy and weird. I don't get it. I don't get this life. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. But that's what we do here. We 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 try to make sense of the things that don't make sense, and then we complain about everything else that exists. But I want to thank you for listening to another episode of That's All Funny. I hope you found solace in my rants and raves and all that. That's All Funny can be found anywhere podcasts are available. Just search That's All Funny, your favorite podcast player. Find me on YouTube, youtube.com/ at Lorenzo Ariola, where is you know, the podcast an audio format there, as well as bonus stuff, as well as another podcast I have, That's All Kayfabe, with my buddy Gabe. We just talk about wrestling. You can find that on your favorite podcast player. Just search That's All Kayfabe, or on my YouTube channel. You can check out my Patreon if you want to support the channel more. Patreon.com/ at Lorenzo Ariola. You get bonus episodes. You get episodes early. You get other stuff. Older episodes of archive content, and you know, there's like one or two deleted episodes there just because I had to delete them because I'm a crazy man. And check out the website, retrohorror.com, for exclusive That's All Funny merchandise, handmade by the great Retro Horror Inc. Or if you want to commission some great art from a great artist, Retro Horror Inc. on Instagram, he does all the art for the show. Check him out. And I want to thank you for listening. Stay safe this week. We'll get through it. Take care. Bye.
Here you go.